Ever felt like an alien walking among humans, completely disconnected from everyone around you? That crushing sensation when you're surrounded by people but feel absolutely invisible and misunderstood. You smile, nod, participate in conversations, but inside you're screaming. Nobody gets you. This isn't just introversion or shyness. This is something deeper, more fundamental about human connection. What I'm about to reveal will completely change how you understand your place in society. Friends, write in the comments where you're watching us from, and hit like if you want to know what's most unexpected. Sarah, 28, successful marketing manager, sits in her office feeling like she's wearing a mask. Every meeting, every small talk, every team lunch feels like performing in a play. She speaks the language, follows social rules, but something fundamental feels missing: authentic connection. Sarah's story isn't unique. Millions experience this disconnection, this sense of being strangers among familiars. But here's what nobody talks about. This feeling might be your superpower, not weakness. Psychologists call it social anhedonia, the inability to experience pleasure from social interactions normally. Your brain literally processes social rewards differently, like having different emotional software than others. While others get instant gratification from casual chatter, your system requires deeper, more meaningful exchanges. Think of yourself as speaking emotional French, while everyone else communicates in emotional English. This explains why small talk feels exhausting. You're constantly translating surface-level interactions into something meaningful. Research from Stanford University reveals fascinating patterns about people who feel socially displaced. These individuals often possess higher emotional intelligence, deeper empathy, and more authentic communication styles. Your discomfort with superficial connections actually indicates a more sophisticated social operating system. Marcus, a software developer, spent years believing something was fundamentally broken about him. Parties felt like torture, networking events seemed pointless, workplace socializing drained his energy completely. He discovered his brain craves quality over quantity. One deep conversation beats 50 shallow ones. This realization transformed his approach. Instead of forcing himself into standard social molds, he embraced authenticity. The key insight? Your social differences aren't defects. They're features of a more discerning system. Neurologist Dr. Helen Fisher explains that some brains are wired for deeper, more selective bonding, like wolves who mate for life versus animals with multiple partners. Different strategies, both valid. Your feeling of alienation often stems from trying to force mismatched social styles together. Society celebrates extroversion and constant social stimulation, making deeper processors feel abnormal. But history's most influential people often felt exactly like you. Einstein, Tesla, Virginia Woolf. They channeled their social displacement into creativity, innovation, and meaningful contributions to humanity. The solution isn't learning to fit in better. It's understanding your unique social blueprint. First step, stop apologizing for needing deeper connections and more authentic interactions. Jenny, a teacher, revolutionized her social life by seeking quality relationships over quantity networking. She joined book clubs, volunteering groups, and hobby communities where substantial conversations naturally occur. Instead of forcing small talk, she learned to redirect conversations toward topics that energize her. How was your weekend? Becomes, what's something you learned recently that excited you? This simple shift filters for people who also crave meaningful exchanges, building your tribe naturally. Second strategy, embrace your role as the depth bringer in social situations. Instead of seeing yourself as socially deficient, recognize yourself as someone who elevates conversations. Your questions make people think. Your listening makes them feel heard. Your presence adds substance. Third technique, create environments that support your natural social style rather than fighting against it. Host intimate dinners instead of attending large parties. Suggest walking meetings instead of conference rooms. Choose activities that naturally encourage deeper sharing. Hiking, cooking together, creative projects. The neuroscience backing this is remarkable. Your brain literally lights up differently during meaningful interactions. Dr. Matthew Lieberman's research shows that some people's mirror neurons are hyperactive during emotional exchanges. This means you feel others' emotions more intensely, making superficial interactions genuinely uncomfortable. But in meaningful conversations, this same sensitivity becomes your superpower for true understanding. Fourth insight, your social displacement often signals high emotional integrity. You refuse fake connections. While others can compartmentalize and engage superficially, you require alignment between inner truth and outward expression. This isn't a bug in your system, it's a feature that prevents energy waste on unfulfilling relationships. Lisa, a graphic designer, learned to view her social selectivity as quality control, not antisocial behavior. She stopped forcing herself to enjoy interactions that felt hollow and started seeking environments matching her depth. The transformation was incredible. Fewer social interactions, but each one felt nourishing and authentic. Fifth strategy: understand that your social timeline operates differently. You're building meaningful relationships, not collecting contacts. While others make instant connections, you create lasting bonds that deepen over months and years. This means initial social interactions might feel awkward, but your relationships often outlast surface-level friendships. Sixth technique: recognize that feeling different socially often indicates higher consciousness about human connection itself. You're naturally aware of social dynamics that others navigate unconsciously. Emotional authenticity, power dynamics, genuine interest. This awareness can feel isolating, but it's actually a form of social intelligence that few possess. The final piece? Your sense of alienation might be evolutionary preparation for leadership roles. Throughout history, those who felt disconnected from their current social environment often became bridges to new ways of relating. Your discomfort with superficial norms might be preparing you to create more authentic social structures. So the next time you feel like an alien among humans, remember this isn't a defect. You're operating with more sophisticated social software that prioritizes meaning over convenience. Your tribe exists. They're the other people who also feel displaced by surface-level social expectations. They're searching for the same depth, authenticity, and genuine connection that you crave. The world needs people like you who refuse to accept shallow substitutes for real human connection. Your social displacement isn't a problem to solve. It's a compass pointing toward more meaningful relationships. Embrace being the person who brings depth to conversations, substance to relationships, and authenticity to social spaces. The feeling of being an outsider is often the first sign that you're destined for something more profound.